Once upon a time, over 2,700 years ago, in the warm golden sands of ancient Nubia, today's northern Sudan, a baby boy was born in the royal city of Napata. His name was Piankhi, son of King Kashta and Queen Tabiri. From the moment he came into the world, the priests whispered that he was destined for greatness. As a child, Piankhi loved to stand by the edge of the river Nile, watching boats drift north toward Egypt. He listened to the rhythm of the waves and the call of the herons and said, "One day, I will follow the river to the end." His mother smiled and said, "Then follow it not for war, but for peace. Let the Nile remember one heart, one people." In those days, Egypt, the powerful neighbor to the north, had lost its strength. Its old kings had died, and many small rulers fought for control. The land was divided into many small kingdoms, each ruled by a different prince. The temples of the gods were neglected. Farmers could not pay their taxes, and the people grew tired of fighting. Piankhi grew into a wise and brave young man. Around 747 BCE, he became king of Nubia, ruling from Napata, near the holy mountain Gebel Barkal, where the god Amun-Ra was worshipped. Piankhi believed that he ruled not by his own power, but by the will of Amun-Ra. Every morning, he went to the temple to offer incense and prayers. One day, messengers arrived from Egypt. They brought troubling news. The Egyptian prince Tefnakht of Sais was attacking the sacred city of Thebes, trying to take control of all Egypt. The high priest of Amun pleaded with Piankhi, "Great king, Egypt needs your help. The temples are falling. The people cry for peace." Piankhi gathered his council and said, "The Nile flows through both our lands. If Egypt suffers, Nubia cannot rest. We must act, not to conquer, but to restore order under the gods." He assembled his army, thousands of archers, chariot warriors, and cavalry. Their shields gleamed under the sun, and their horses' harnesses sparkled with bronze. The soldiers carried the sacred ram symbol of Amun on their banners, for Piankhi believed he fought in the name of heaven. As the army marched north along the Nile, city after city welcomed him. In Thebes, the priests greeted him as a savior and crowned him beloved of Amun. In Hermopolis, the people opened their gates willingly. But in the Delta, some kings resisted. Piankhi did not act with cruelty. He ordered his soldiers to protect the innocent and to keep the temples safe. When Piankhi reached Memphis, one of Egypt's greatest cities, the enemy refused to surrender. He surrounded the city, cutting off the harbor where ships brought food. Then, under the cover of night, his soldiers climbed over the city walls. By dawn, Memphis had fallen. The local rulers came trembling before Piankhi. They laid their crowns at his feet. But instead of punishing them, Piankhi smiled and said, "You are forgiven. Let the Nile be one again. Nubia and Egypt, south and north, united under the eyes of Amun." He visited the temples of Egypt, washing his hands in the holy waters and offering incense to every god, even those of his enemies. His scribes carved his victories on the walls of temples, saying, "He conquered through the love of the gods, not the sword of men." After restoring peace, Piankhi returned to his beloved Napata. He did not build his throne in Egypt's palaces. He said, "I am Nubian. The spirit of the Nile rises in the south." There, he ruled wisely for many years, ensuring that both lands, Egypt and Nubia, traded, prospered, and prayed together. When he died around 716 BCE, he was buried at El Kuru, near Gebel Barkal, in a tall pyramid tomb, the first of its kind in Nubia. His successors, like his brother Taharqa, would continue his dream, keeping the two lands united as the 25th dynasty of Egypt, known as the Kushite dynasty. Even today, when the desert wind blows through the ruins of Napata, the people of Sudan and Egypt remember his name, Piankhi, the king who followed the Nile and brought two nations together. Moral of the story: a true king does not conquer with fear, but heals with wisdom, faith, and love for his people. The end.